Hello, my friend. My name is Hunter, and today I'm talking about 3 books I read for the month of July 2026. Since this channel is kind of inching toward, I guess, booktube channel / gaming channel, I think we're going to do like a hybrid channel or something here. I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to test. I'm going to test out this format. 3 books I read for the month of July 2026. We're going to have ourselves a little game here in the background as I talk about these, I guess. But the first book I finished for the month of July is The Writer by James Patterson. So this was the 3rd James Patterson book I read. I kicked off my reading journey back in June with The House Next Door. It's a collection of 3 novellas by James Patterson. And then I enjoyed those so much that I picked out another one by him called, well, I was going to go with The Writer, but my wife went to the library, not me. I was like, hey, I want The Writer by James Patterson. She thought, yeah, The Writer is James Patterson, so I'll just get one of his books. And she instead got The Warning, so close enough. That was a good one too. But then I eventually did read The Writer. I picked this one out because I was at this event at one of our local libraries. There's a little crafting event. They were all kind of crafting to themselves. It was at the point where they could pretty well be trusted on their own. Sometimes it's like paint and stuff where it's really messy and you have to be right there with the kids. This one was more relaxed one where I could go and like get a few pages in, and I quickly got into this one. Most of James Patterson's books, from what I've read so far, are really good at hooking you first and foremost. I don't want to spoil too much on this one, but it opens up pretty heavy, man. Like, I don't want to spoil it, like, even if it is at the very beginning, but it opens up at, like, kind of an abandoned subway station kind of thing, and it's about a detective, Declan Shaw, and he's really down on his luck, and he gets this call, and it's a whole like mystery of trying to find out who killed this woman's husband. Just really good book. I'm still trying to figure out how to do like book reviews without spoiling anything, but like really also, should I just make these full spoiler reviews? I feel like I shouldn't, because maybe you want to check this book out. I guess if I were just reviewing one book, I'd be like, yeah, okay, spoilers ahead, but since it's 3 different books, they're all kind of like mysteries, but they're different pacing. This is by far, out of the 3 we're going to talk about today, this by far is the fastest pace. It's really easy to get into, really easy to finish. The ending on this one was really fun. It kind of reminded me of some of the endings of old R.L. Stine's Goosebumps. So it was kind of a, what is an anti-ending or something? Again, I don't want to spoil too much, but this is a really fun read. It really keeps you guessing. A lot of plot twists on this one. A lot of, good book right here. This one, Hidden Nature by Nora Roberts. So when I first picked up a James Patterson book, I did so because I've seen his name everywhere. I was like, okay, what's all the hype about? Now I know what the hype is about. And now I know what all the hype is about with Nora Roberts. So apparently Nora Roberts, she mostly writes like romance novels and stuff. This one was... this one in particular was more like mystery suspense with a side of romance. You know, romance wasn't the main plot of it. It was there for sure. Really good, like, character development here. Like, I like James Patterson's books for just being really easy to read. It's big font, short chapters. You can blaze through them pretty quickly. Hidden Nature took me quite a bit longer to finish compared to those. For me, this one ended up being, it took longer to finish. I had looked at reviews and stuff for Nora Roberts books compared to James Patterson, and it was like, a lot of the reviews said like, you know, there's definitely more world building. She takes time to flesh out the characters, and that is very true. It took me longer to get through the book, but the payoff was so well worth it, dude. I can't, like, it's hard to describe, but, like, I definitely got attached more to these characters than to these characters, if that makes sense. So, like, these characters were fantastic, but, man, I feel like, you know, the dialogue, these people, they feel like real, actual people here. I mean, I guess these people kind of do, too, but these are all, like, detectives and criminals and stuff like that. The main character, Sloane Cooper, she's a natural resources police officer, so still technically, a law person, but you get to see a lot of her family. There's Sloane, her sister Drea, her mom, her dad, I can't remember their names. And then you got the love interests, Nash and Theo, and she even fleshes out the antagonists here. Even the antagonist gets some backstory and stuff like that. And so, it's kind of one of those where I guess they try to make it like, oh, we're doing this for this reason, but close to the end of it, I hated the antagonist. Like, you better not lay a finger on Sloane. Like, as I was reading toward the ending, the last few pages, my heart was pounding, dude. And then, like, the climax was like, whoa, go Sloane or whatever. The Sloane Cooper, Nash Littlefield, it is a really good one. 435 pages compared to, well, this says 400 pages, but these are quick chapters, like I said. Yeah, this one, really, really good. I enjoyed this one. If you're getting into reading, I wouldn't start with this one, but if you don't mind, like, sitting down for a little while and really getting into a story, highly recommend this one. I do really want to check out more of Nora Roberts' books in the near future. And then the third book I finished for the month of July 2026, The Current by Tim Johnston. This one took me a minute to get into. It was confusing as hell at first, man. I'm being serious here, because it's a lot of different. So it's like it tells you right in the summary, these two college girls, their SUV, whatever, their vehicle gets pushed into a river, and only one of the girls survives. So the entire book is about kind of trying to solve the murder of the other girl. And then a lot of the book takes place, like half of it takes place in like the present day, and then a lot of it's in the past because something similar happened. I think it was like 10 years ago or something in the book's timeline. So it's a lot of not only switching between two different time periods, but also several different character perspectives. So it really took me a while to get into this one, but once I did, it was really good. I wasn't sure what to think of it at the start, but by the end of it, I really loved it. But I will say this one even more so. If you're a new reader or returning reader, I definitely wouldn't start with this one. The order I would go in would be this one, then this one, and then if you want to, this one. But the ones I started with are right here. If you're the house next door, it's like it's 448 pages, but it's like 3 different short stories. This one was a really easy one to get into. I saw a lot of the reviews say they didn't finish the last story, and that's a shame, because the last story, I get it. The last story's got a lot of like sci-fi elements to it, not everyone's thing. But if you stick though to the end, there's a major plot twist. Like this one, it's 3 stories, and the plot twists keep getting more surprising with each story, in my opinion. This is a really good one. And then The Warning, a lot of people mention that this kind of leans more toward young adult than whatever they're used to reading. And I can find that that's true. The main characters, Maggie and Jordan, I think they're about 16 years old. So, the protagonists are young. So by default, it does kind of lean toward young adult. It does give kind of that, goosebumpsy feeling or whatever. I haven't read like a lot of young adult novels, but my wife has. My wife's been into like the Twilight and I just recently got her the second series of the Warrior series, because I got her the first one a little while ago and she blew through those, so I got her another one. And yes, I know the Warriors technically. I looked for the Warriors at my local library to get her more of the books, and I didn't find them in the young adult section. I found them in the juvenile section. I recently saw Odd Ones Out, made a video about that, running into the same thing at a bookstore, but whatever. But yeah, these are fine books right here. These are The Writer, Hidden Nature, and The Current. I feel like I didn't say enough about The Current. It is really good. By the end of it, I also thought the characters are very well fleshed out here. Not as well fleshed out, in my opinion, as Hidden Nature, but still really, really good characters here. And if you're wondering what I'm reading now, just a sneak peek at August. I'm not going to go through and, because I need a video for next month, but what did I finish? I just finished A Confederacy of Dunces a few days ago. That one was really good. It's a classic novel, so me just click on this right quick. A lot of these other ones are ones I read a while ago because they want you to rate like 20 books to get your recommendation. So I didn't read all these within the last whatever, but like Eyes of the Dragon and The Shining I read a while ago. Shining's good. Like if you haven't read The Shining, it's a classic for a reason. What else is on here? Goosebumps, of course, read those. This one I'm about to start reading. I got it from the library, Man of War by Eric Steele. Super Diaper Baby, I used to own that one. Read that one a lot. Rocket's Red Glare, I finally got that one because I read just the first page of it while standing at Walmart. I was like, man, I can't wait for my library to get this, but it's too new. So Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. Trying to eventually get that one and read it for my social anxiety and stuff. These are really good if you're into the Walking Dead show. Kind of fleshes out more of the governor's backstory. Maybe you would enjoy them if you're not a fan of the show too, but I don't know. And then of course I've read the first 2 compendiums of The Walking Dead. I have not watched Walking Dead in years, but I was pretty into it at one point. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I listened to the audiobook of that one. That is also a classic for a reason. Really good book right there. And You Are a Badass. That's a really good self-help book. That's like the anti-self. I don't know what to call it, but that's a really good one too. I really enjoyed that one. Now where was I? Again, trying not to go into too much detail, but just a sneak peek. I'm just going to read off the titles for you. A Confederacy of Dunces. It's a classic. Strangers in Time. Let me tell you, this one was a fantastic read. I got this one from a book sale, and I was going to hold off reading it because I had so much other stuff in my backlog, like actually Gorky Park. This is the one I'm reading right now. I got this for free from some little church giveaway thing. They just had a bunch. It was like a free yard sale a church was doing. Mostly closed when I found this little hidden gem, and it's been pretty good so far. It came out in 1981, and it's set in the Soviet Union, Russia. It's set in, Soviet Union, Moscow, and Gorky Park. It's pretty cool that it was written, so it's not like they're talking about the past when they wrote this. It was modern day Soviet whatever. Pretty interesting. Like, it's entertainment fiction first, but there are some cool little tidbits of fun facts there. Like, one of the big ones I saw was, did you know that the militia, as they're called, or were called, whatever, they're encouraged to under-report crimes to make Moscow seem safer? That was a pretty interesting one I picked up. Is it Moscow or Moscow? I feel like I've heard it both ways, and I don't know. But yeah, this one I can't wait to talk to you about, because I had this one, and I had Rocket's Red Glare that I still need to read. It was on the other page, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna read Rocket's Red Glare first, but then I actually got into this one, so I started reading it, and then I put this one on the back burner because I actually there's a book club coming up that I'm hoping I get to go to. I'm trying to see if I can get the day off work to go to this one. I got this one before I saw the book club, so it was a pretty cool coincidence. But that was pretty freaking cool. Is that everything? That's everything for right now. Hope you enjoyed the video, man. I will see you in the next one, buddy. Bye.